Hey guys, one more video today and I'm done for a while. So what's this, right? What is this thing? That's the Lenovo Yoga Book. It's the Android version and this thing is really cool. It's essentially a tablet slash laptop slash surface slash whatever you want to call it. My camera unfortunately I can't really zoom out too much more, so bear with me as I try to make this video still work despite the fact that this is going to cover most of the field of view. But the Lenovo Yoga Book is an interesting device. It's the yoga kind of device, so it has a funky hinge in the back and it opens up like a book, right? Hence the name. So let me show you that right now. If I can, it's going to be hard. It's a little hard to open. So it opens up like this, and on one side you have a display. On the other side you have this kind of weird looking matte surface. So let me show you what I mean by that. Of course you can put it flat like this, or you can rotate it all the way back with the display pointing up like this, and this surface, this matte surface in the back. So let me show you what I mean by this experience so you can understand it better. So, you know, by default it looks like just a tablet like this. It's going to boot and you're going to see what it looks like. 10-inch screen. It's a 1920 by 1200 pixels. It's a kind of an odd resolution, but it, you know, it's got like a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, and then oh hello, and it's got like an 8 megapixel camera in the back. But so Android tablet, also available as a Windows device. Let me unlock this off screen real quick. And here we are, and let me change the display settings real quick so that it'll stay on past 30 seconds, which is my default usually. There we go. So as you can see, this is an Android tablet, right? 10-inch Android tablet. All right, not so fast. First of all, it's super thin, right? You saw that. It's like 9 millimeters thick, the two parts together. So one half of it is like 4 millimeters thick. Look at the thickness of my fingers compared to the thickness of this. Look at the USB, sorry, the HDMI port in here and the USB charge port, right? And then if you look on the other side here, you've got the headphone jack, which, as you can see, this gives you a good idea how thick this device is. The headphone jack is 3.5 millimeters, right? So it's slightly bigger than that. But here's the cool thing. Boom! Look at that. I've got the screen here, and this surface, this matte surface I was talking to you guys about, turned into a keyboard. And so I can type something here in the search bar, and of course the camera can't see that high, but it has haptic feedback, and I can so like hello world, and here's what you get on top. You see? So it's interesting because it's a laptop, but it's also a tablet, and of course it rotates all the way, and when you go past this point the screen goes off because it knows that you've rotated past this point, and it just turns into a tablet, and the keyboard is disabled and you get an on-screen keyboard. So it's very smart. See, the back is completely turned off. So that's a kind of a cool thing. I have no idea what I just did. I think I hit the power button. So I typed hello world, by the way. That's what I was doing. So that's the experience, right? This kind of fully foldable, completely all the way device with a keyboard. But there's more. So this bottom half, I'm not sure which half has the compute power in it, but the top half has obviously the screen, as you can tell, right? The screen up here, keyboard at the bottom. This is, as I said, pretty decent resolution. It's IPS. This is powered by an Intel Atom, like an X5. It has 4 gigs of RAM, and it's got 64 gigs of storage. And as I said, there's a 2 megapixel camera up here, and I think the 8 megapixel camera is right there next to this Energy Star logo. But here's the other trick. You push this thing, and you can see a little pen appears and a notepad appears on the screen. And this entire surface here becomes a digitizer. And I kind of failed because I didn't bring you the pen to show you, but there is a pen in the box that I probably will never use. But this entire surface here turns into a Wacom digitizer, and you can draw on it. And more importantly, you can actually put a real notepad of paper, and the pen has actually ink coming out of it. So it's a regular pen. You can draw on the pen, take some notes, and it appears at the same time as you're taking notes right on the screen. Again, this is just like a quick hands-on. I'm going to do a bigger review of this. I just got it yesterday, so I haven't really had any time with it. I want to take it with me on my next trip to Lisbon for the Web Summit. And I'm going to try to use it a lot, like to write and stuff. And I'll let you know how it works out for me. And I'll give you a more detailed review of this experience with the digitizer and the Wacom and the pen, which I don't expect to use much. But more importantly, of the typing and using this as a super thin, look at how thin this thing is. Super thin laptop. By the way, there's a micro SD card slot right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of insane. As a vent, I'm not quite sure if that's a speaker or a vent. It is an Intel chip in there. So, but look at how thin this thing is. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely crazy, right? And this hinge design, which has been on some Lenovo's for a while now, it's just a crazy, crazy, crazy hinge. Very cool, very futuristic product. This is why I requested one. You know, I don't really review laptops and tablets very much, which is why my video setup is really designed for that. But I will rearrange the video design setup for my next video on this device so that you can actually see it in bigger space and not have it in your face like that. But I hope it was interesting. Here's the back of it. Really nothing, just a bunch of stickers. And as I said, it's pretty thin, even closed up. Headphone jack here, volume rocker. I think that might be a speaker as well. Stereo speakers, power lock key, that crazy hinge. And on this side, you've got a bunch of connectors, micro USB charge data, micro SD, HDMI, micro HDMI, another speaker. Yeah, that's basically the lay of the land. So it's a little hard to open. That's the one thing that, the kind of catching this open is a little tricky, but you get the feel for it. There you go. I have to unlock it, unfortunately, so I have to do this off screen again. But if I do it, you're back into this custom launcher. Oh, the other thing that they have is kind of a cool feature is this thing here, where you can double tap, make an app big, double tap, make it small, like move it around. Basically, it's like a smartphone app. So, for example, if I start Gmail, it starts small as well, and you can see how, you know, I can kill it by dropping it down there, like that. So it's a cool kind of UI. Again, I've only had this for a day, so just, you know, wanted to share with you because it's kind of cool. And apparently, you know, like if you have a bunch of apps running, it's like say Chrome, and then say, I haven't even run Chrome yet. So if you have Chrome and like say the YouTube app running, now you can, and if you make them full screen, you can Alt Tab between them, of course, Alt Tab, and guess what? I've switched apps. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, there you go. I have to Alt Tab twice to get to Chrome. Of course, Chrome is minimized, so if I make it big, I'm not sure if that happened. No, I guess it died. Well, it's buggy, as you'd expect. YouTube maybe has... Oh, no. I don't know what happened there, but it looks like the whole screen dimmed out. Let me just kill some apps. That'll solve the problem. There we go. We're back to normal now. But anyway, you get the idea. So it's basically has some built-in features for making multitasking a better experience, which is kind of cool, which is kind of why I think I might be able to use this to write. Anyway, let me just rotate this backwards and finish on this note. Of course, it'll go landscape or portrait, depending on how you orient it. It makes perfect sense. The Yoga Book from Lenovo. Cool little futuristic tablet slash laptop that's super thin. Did I mention it has an 8500 milliamp hour battery inside? I mean, not only is it, pretty decent resolution, but on top of that, the battery is massive and it's powered by an Intel chip, which is interesting for Android. They also make a Windows version of this, by the way, and I don't know why they sent me the Android one. It would have been interesting to use as a Windows device as well, but I don't mind Android. You know that I'm a big Android user, so there you have it, guys. I'm gonna let you go. Again, I apologize for the kind of close encounter approach to this video. I don't have a surface large enough to really do a good video in good light in this location, but I just received this yesterday and I wanted to share. Once I take this for a spin on my trip to the Web Summit, I will give you a better, proper video, zoomed out further, where you can really see the whole experience better. So hang tight for that. There'll be more of a review because this is really just a hands-on. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, love everything because love is life. I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.